Alright, welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager, and today we are here heading to the Circuit of the Americas for the USA Grand Prix. And as you can see, we are still leading, we are comfortable, and we also got some manufacturing process completed on the right hand side of the screen. And that is a lot actually, thinking about it. Front wing completed. Simply lovely. Alright, let's go.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember. The Circuit of the Americas has it all. Twists and turns, steep climbs, fast corners, and a power-hungry Sector 2. Quite a headache to balance, even if teams will be looking at maximising downforce overall. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Alright, so many drivers taking penalties. Charles Leclerc setting the fastest lap. Oh my god, there's so many people taking penalties, Jesus Christ. Alright, Leclerc confident, and so is Sainz, but a little bit lower. Yeah, oh my god. Okay, we do need to change the gearbox. Again. How much wear is it on? 38. Okay, I think just to save a penalty. Actually, wait. Let's just set a new one. Might as well. Just go new everything. Because since everyone's taking penalties, you might as well. Do fresh components for everything, okay.
Radio check, Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good.
Green light.
So many people are going to be taking engine penalties, so... I don't know. We're sending Leclerc anyway. I don't know if there's any point of even putting a lap time in. But we'll see. Been a while since we raced in the US. With Leclerc with 2 corners to go. What's his time going to be? He's only improved in Sector 2. And in Sector 1 was just a green. And then around the final corner, it's going to be a 1:34.4 for Charles Leclerc. So on board with Lewis Hamilton. Not quite sure if he's just doing a warm-up lap or if he's doing a lap. Around the final corner for Lewis Hamilton. What's his time going to be? A 1:34.3. So both Leclerc and Sainz doing their lap. Leclerc going purple in sector 1. Sainz only setting green, but he has traffic up ahead. And that is really not going to help. The Haas needs to get out of the way. He does. But we've got an Alfa Romeo up ahead, which is really not helpful. Round the final corner for Charles Leclerc. What's his lap time going to be? A 1:33.3. Sainz, oh okay. Sainz only going green and then his wide because there's just traffic everywhere with the AlphaTauri and okay, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's just a mess. That's just a messy lap. Yeah, Sainz just experiencing traffic everywhere. But it's only fourth fastest. Another car has spun in sector 3. I'm not quite sure who that is.
It's a spin!
Ricciardo's spinning in turn 13.
Let's take a closer look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here. And this, yes, this is where they spun out.
Well then.
Session is over.
Alright, as the checker flag comes for qualifying 1 on board of Hamilton. Going to go on board with Latifi as he's the first car to cross the line in a couple of corners time. He's so far 17th fastest, but is he going to be quick enough to get out of Q1 for the first time? We'll find out as round the final corner Latifi goes. What's his time going to be? 15th fastest, but is it going to be enough? See the Mercedes of George Russell, 6th fastest. Albon, only 16th fastest. Round the final corner goes Daniel Ricciardo. Is he going to be quick enough to get out of Q1? DRS flap opens. His time's going to be 10th fastest, so no. Latifi out in Q1. Vettel, 16th fastest, so he is out. Stroll just about gets into Q1, unless the two Alfa Romeos can spoil the party for the Aston Martin pit crew. Round the final corner, and Valtteri Bottas goes 4th fastest, so both Aston Martins out. Zhou goes 12th fastest. What about Mick Schumacher? Goes 15th fastest, so Ocon is out in Q1, so Charles Leclerc on pole with the 2 Red Bulls behind him. Yeah. Not really much to say here. It just explains, just Russell's just in the way. Is he going to get it out of the way? No. Okay. Well done. Yeah. He got held up, but it doesn't really matter because we have grid penalties anyway, so who cares? Around the final corner, meanwhile, goes Carlos Sainz. What's his lap being? 2nd fastest. Okay, cool. Checker flag done, dusted. Leclerc only 8th fastest, Sainz 2nd, but it doesn't really matter because we do have grid penalties, and so does Max Verstappen. Most of the top teams taking penalties on this track. Round the final corner goes Max Verstappen. What's his time going to be? Is it going to be extending? Because he does go purple in all 3, so he does, and he's still on pole position. Meanwhile, the Mercedes of George Russell goes 5th fastest. What about Lewis Hamilton as he has 2 more corners to go? Round the final corner goes Lewis Hamilton, so there's the Alpine in the back. What's his time going to be? Only 4th fastest. Alonso stays in 14th. Pierre Gasly stays in 6th. Meanwhile, his teammate Yuki Tsunoda, can he get out of Q2? No, only 11th fastest. What about the Haas of Mick Schumacher? Can he get out of Q2? No, only stays 14th fastest. So Tsunoda, Joe, Ricciardo, Alonso and Schumacher out in Q2. He's going to pump on the 2nd sector, so this is a good lap. Doesn't really matter because we're still going to be starting in the back anyways, but we might as well just still go for the fastest times. So Leclerc seems to be very comfortable with the setup as Magnussen going 7th fastest. We do have a McLaren up ahead going into the pits. Round the final corner goes Charles Leclerc. What is this lap going to be? Is he going to improve in the 3rd sector? Only green, but it goes 2nd fastest. Slots behind Max Verstappen. Yeah, we're not going to send the cars out because 1, there's no more time. 2, we're just going to save wear just in case. But anyways, let's go on board with the McLaren of Lando Norris. He's the only McLaren in Q3, so McLaren, all eyes on Lando Norris. And let's hopefully see if he could pull a good lap. Only setting greens as Verstappen setting 2 purples. Round the final corner goes Lando Norris. What's his time going to be? Only enough for 8th fastest, so he remains where he is. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen goes all purple and extends his gap in pole position. Meanwhile, George Russell stays in 8th. Round the final corner, Sergio Perez. What's the time going to be? Pierre Gasly still staying in 7th. Perez still stays in 4th. Hamilton not improving, so he's in 6th. Bottas in 5th. Round the final corner, Magnussen, is he going to improve from being 10th? Only by 1 place. So it's Verstappen, Leclerc and Sainz. Alright, Max on pole. You also got to keep in mind, look at how many people are taking grid penalties. So this is going to spice up the grid tomorrow. So realistically, because of everyone taking grid penalties here, Hamilton will be on provisional pole, Russell in 2nd, and Magnussen in 3rd. So that will be a very interesting start. Hamilton will be getting his first pole of the season. Magnussen will be starting in the top 3. And that's saying something. So this is going to be a very spicy United States Grand Prix.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
We saw a solid qualifying performance from Ferrari, and they're sure to have their chance to push even further during the race. The work Red Bull did during qualifying was nothing short of spectacular. Now let's see if they can repeat that for today's race. And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
And it goes without saying that a lot can happen over the course of 56 laps, so prepare yourselves for all the action of the United States Grand Prix. It's bright and sunny as the drivers line up on the grid. And there's Charles Leclerc. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalise on it? And further back, there's Sainz. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. The race start is mere seconds away. Sit tight and get ready. It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Hamilton getting off way pretty clearly. Yeah, Hamilton leading the way into turn 1, George Russell following by, and Kevin Magnussen as well. Gasly and Leclerc going side by side, but Gasly still in 5th. I still can't believe the Haas is starting in 3rd. Both Red Bulls under the top 10. Sebastian Vettel in 11th. Hamilton still leading the field. We're going to tell Sainz to just turn up the aggression. Another driver has locked up apparently. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, it's Sainz! Sainz has locked up! As is a VSC, it's terminal tyre damage. What has happened? Oh, the Red Bull seems to have damage as well. Yeah, Perez with a broken front wing, and so is Mick Schumacher. What has happened? As a virtual safety car is deployed, both Sainz and Perez have a penalty. We need to... What's this happened? Sainz with a 10-second time penalty.
Copy that.
Okay, Jesus. Alright, we're gonna change it up.
Feed confirm box.
What has happened?
Yeah, happy to box.
Chassis with minor damage, the rear wing with minor damage, the suspension's broken. I don't even know what happened.
Billy.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened.
Understood.
As all three follow Sainz into the pits.
Perez in the pit lane.
They're both taking their penalties. Perez goes ahead of Sainz. Yeah, that was a very crazy lap 1. Yeah, so on board of Sainz, you can hear the damage. So I think that's the chassis and the suspension that you can hear, which is really not good. The virtual safety car is ending and we're going back into green flag running.
Virtual safety car ending.
Hamilton comfortable, up ahead. I just realised Nicholas Latifi is in 11th place. So Aston Martin can probably
overtake.
So both Aston Martin and Williams can probably get points this race. As down the inside, as you can see, goes Pierre Gasly on Lando Norris. So this is going to be going on for a little while as Norris is going back on the inside. A nice scrap battle here from these two, but Gasly gets the edge and he's up into 4th place. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc behind the McLaren of Lando Norris and Ricciardo behind in 7th place. Well, Charles Leclerc going down the inside on Pierre Gasly. That was a very brave move from Charles Leclerc, and he does get past the AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly up into 4th place.
Really well executed.
As we're on board with Lewis Hamilton and George Russell behind. Mercedes, since they're both having a 1-2 with all the penalties, they're going to want to maximise
Ferrari
this
advance
opportunity
the race position.
as Sainz overtakes Mick Schumacher. Mercedes is wanting to get everything right if they want a chance at winning their first race of the season. They managed to secure a couple of podiums, but yes, a race win. The last opportunity, Zandvoort, in Max Verstappen's home turf. They had a chance, but it just all went wrong. Now this is their chance, probably. Despite us being early in the race, anything can happen. As Leclerc overtakes Magnussen, and he's up into 3rd place. As you saw in the background. Meanwhile, on board with Max Verstappen, still stuck in traffic ahead of one Alfa Romeo, stuck behind another.
DRS has been enabled.
As DRS has been enabled as we enter lap 6.
Fastest lap.
Charles Leclerc setting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:49. He is hunting them 2 Mercedes down to the... Leclerc looking very quick. Sainz overtaking Perez. We'll see a replay of that.
Let's see what happened there. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Quick and easy pass from Carlos Sainz. There's a long way up ahead though.
A very good lap.
Leclerc getting DRS, and so is George Russell. As Russell goes round the outside of Hamilton, and so does Charles Leclerc. They're going to make a move, but Hamilton dives deeper down the inside, and this is going to be a crazy battle. This side by side. Hamilton's not giving up without a fight, but Leclerc has the inside line, switching round to the outside. Who's going to come out on top of Russell?
Such an awesome job,
Hamilton going back on the inside, and Hamilton still stays in 2nd place. But look at Leclerc.
On battery at the moment.
He's taking that opportunity, going round the inside of Lewis Hamilton, who is going to come on top. My goodness me, this is such a brilliant battle. Leclerc takes that 2nd place, and he could possibly take the lead round the final corner as DRS is open. Hamilton just hasn't got the straight line speed, but now as I say that, DRS open. Look at this for a battle. Hamilton could possibly take back 2nd place. But no, Hamilton has to stay back. Leclerc also setting another fastest lap of this race, and Russell taking the lead of the United States Grand Prix. Oh my god, what a battle we're seeing. But no, it's not over yet. Leclerc is getting a run on George Russell. He could possibly take the lead. Round the end section, he's going for it. Round the outside, switching to the inside. Charles Leclerc is taking the lead of the United States Grand Prix. Oh my god. I have to stop talking because my voice is hurting so much. But Charles Leclerc leads the United States Grand Prix. What a brave overtake!
Ferrari just gained a place.
Oh my lord! I have to stop commentating for a second. My throat is hurting so much. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3, I'm not sure what's happening there. Sainz setting the fastest lap of this race. As Ocon locking up into turn 10, we see a replay of that.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Esteban Ocon. Here goes George Russell. Thinking of making a move round the outside of the Ferrari. He's going to go for it. He does have the inside line, as down the inside possibly goes George Russell on Charles Leclerc for the lead of this race. Another car is Hamilton! Hamilton has spun! Hamilton has spun, and just for a second I thought he was alright, but no, he has spun!
We have another
As we were spectating, Hamilton spun at turn 13.
Let's have a look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Hamilton just lost the rear end of the corner.
Oh,
The
dear,
same
oh, dear,
corner
oh, dear.
Sebastian Vettel in
The car's just
2018.
gone. We can take a look now. Watch this. There's Leclerc. They lose it there. That's the spin. No! That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see. It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Copy box. Charles pit lane.
Okay, copy. Think you were very strong out there. Speed confirm in box.
Yeah, box.
Yeah, in the pit lane.
Copy.
Looks like there's been a lockup. Here's the replay. Now here we see Max Verstappen. It's a lockup, and that could be costly.
So we are low on battery at the moment.
Copy.
We've had a crash. Let's see what happened there. So this was the Aston Martin. And there we see the crash. Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Alfa
Meanwhile,
Romeo
the Red
just
Bull
moved
of
up a
Max
place.
Verstappen thinking of making a move
button on.
on George Russell, but is he going to be close enough to
Okay.
send it down the inside? Russell defended, but Verstappen goes down the inside of George Russell. Could possibly make a move around the outside, but Russell defending and has the inside line advantage as we switch from the outside line to the inside line. Verstappen has the edge. Down the inside goes Max Verstappen up into second place, and Verstappen gets the edge on the Mercedes driver. And he's up into P2.
Copy box.
Right, Leclerc going to pit this lap. There's an 18-second gap between Verstappen and Leclerc. As you see, Leclerc diving down the
Copy.
inside into the pits. We're going to need a good stop here from the Ferrari pit crew, and we have got some good stops, so hopefully we can keep it up. Onto the medium tyres, here we go. And that was a good stop, 2.4 second stop. As round the final corner goes Max Verstappen. It's going to be a close exit, but who's going to get out on top? I believe it will be Charles Leclerc, but I'm not quite sure. It's going to be a close exit as Verstappen goes round the outside as Leclerc just about gets out of the pit box ahead of the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, but Verstappen does have the edge. Leclerc on new tyres, Verstappen, tyres already warmed up. It's going to be a great battle as we've seen. Verstappen going round the outside on the start-finish straight, and he takes the lead of this race.
You're doing really well, Carlos. It was a very good lap. Well done.
Ferrari advance the race position.
And let's push.
Copy.
DRS open with 10 laps to go. Max Verstappen gaining on Charles Leclerc. Leclerc's going to have to go defensive as down the inside goes Max Verstappen into turn 1. And he gets past Charles Leclerc for first place. This is a crazy battle, but Leclerc
What's happening?
not giving up as he takes the inside line. And you can possibly go around the outside
Red Bull moved
of
up.
Max Verstappen, and he's going for it. Sainz with DRS. He's going to get past Valtteri Bottas into the... I don't even know what corner this is. Down the inside goes Carlos Sainz on Valtteri Bottas. And he's up into 5th place.
You're doing a very good job, Carlos.
Oh, there's a safety car.
And DRS is disabled. DRS
There's
is
another
disabled.
safety car. Albon out of this race.
And DRS is disabled.
What
DRS
is going
disabled.
on?
Let's take a closer look. Now we see the Williams here.
Oh, the two Williams. Oh, Albon just
That
locks up.
crash is terrible news for the team.
Crashes. Done the same mistake Sebastian Vettel did. And there's another safety car.
We've had a big crash here.
Why is the safety car coming out now? Oh my god. This is not how I wanted the race to end. For the second race in a row, the safety car, we will be finishing behind the safety car, but Charles Leclerc, from 6th on the grid despite taking penalties, had to fight his way up the grid against the Mercedes in the last lap against Verstappen. Charles Leclerc will win in the United
So we have to
States
check the
Grand
flag
Prix.
now.
Charles Leclerc wins in the United States. He wins the USA Grand
This
Prix.
was incredibly difficult.
And that's another win to add.
An amazing day. But we'll have a chat later.
Carlos Sainz will finish in 5th. Well done. Very interesting battle. Verstappen, from pretty much the back of the grid, comes home in 2nd place, so that was a good result from Verstappen. George Russell, I think this is going to be his first podium. Hamilton, from starting in 1st, finishes in 8th. Not the day he would want, but what a crazy United States Grand Prix we had on our hands today. Oh my god.
Well, this was definitely Charles Leclerc's weekend. Everyone involved in Formula One dreams of seeing their driver up there on the podium. And the Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today. It was a hard-fought contest for all 3 drivers, each one securing precious points for their team. I don't think Ferrari will be too disappointed with that result.
Yes, there's definitely cause for celebration here. This team can take anything that's thrown at them and come through even stronger.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in 1st place in the constructor standings.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
Alright, and that's another win for Charles Leclerc in this race. Sainz moving up 13 positions to finish in 5th. What we like to see, George Russell moves down to place Verstappen, gaining 15 places. He does extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship. And this is his 13th win of the season, his 16th podium, his 9th fastest lap, and wow, what's the time. Carlos Sainz moves down to 3rd as the gap, and the fight for 2nd place in the championship still on between these two. George Russell moves ahead of his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Well done. We extend our lead 730 points. Oh my god. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Man, what a day it's been. Absolutely chaotic.